Hey y'all, it's Madison from 4 on the Ranch, and today I'm going to show you how to mount your Staghorn Fern to your 4 on the Ranch Spanish Cedar Staghorn Fern mount. And this comes disassembled for preservation of the plant during shipping. Most of our orders are online in our Etsy shop. I'll link that down below so that you can get yours. But right now I'm going to set you up and I will show you how to get it mounted. So in your package you will get fishing line and a darning needle to mount your Staghorn Fern. But for today's purposes I'm going to be using jute twine since it'll be easier to pick up on camera. Each Staghorn Fern mount, we don't use nails or screws, we use holes instead because we find it aesthetically pleasing to not have the nail hardware sticking out around your plant, so we use holes instead. And I will show you how to get your plant mounted and it will look beautiful. So first things first, you are going to take your plant out of the pot that it comes in. It will ship in its pot to maintain preservation of the plant. And then on your plant, you will hold it upright, and I'll mark on each individual plant which of these leaves is pointing up so that you hang your plant the correct way. On this particular plant, this is up. And so when you get your plant, you'll take the bottom of the plant and split the roots and kind of flatten them out because they're going to go right in the center of your mount. You see? And so you won't hurt it. Just pull apart the roots a little bit to make the base as flat as possible. It'll just give it a better profile. And your plant, I would say soak it before you begin this process. You will need to soak your moss that comes with it. A little bit of moss will come on top when I package it, but you'll need to soak your sphagnum moss that will come in every package. So here I am taking some dry moss and I'm going to just put it in some water to soak while we are doing the rest of our activities. Alright, so once you've split up the roots where you like it, Staghorn plants do not need soil to grow. Their roots will kind of adhere to this wood. And Spanish cedar is close to mahogany in wood type. And that means that it is a hard, dense wood that is rot resistant, which is important because when you take this off the wall to water it, you will soak the entire piece into water about halfway up your plant. So completely immersing the wood in water about 20 minutes once a week. Alternatively, you could water it every day by spraying it. They just like warm, moist climates. So once you've kind of got your plant centered and flat, I'm going to clear off the debris so I can see all 4 holes on each side. And I'm going to take a good amount of the soaked sphagnum moss. And I'm just going to give it a nice, even base around it. And it'll kind of squish together when it's soaked. You want to have it soaking in the water, and then when you pick it up, just wring out the water, squeeze out the water, shake it around, and then split it up and pack it on. They like to be nice and moist, so this moss helps keep all the moisture in. Okay. Now the fun begins. We're going to start tying this up. Again, I'm using jute twine for the video purposes, but yours will come with just regular fishing line. That way you can't see it when it's on the plant. I just think it looks better. I think it looks more magical when you can't see how it works. Now, on the bottom, you'll see your 4 holes. What we're going to do is we're going to insert this from the bottom and we're going to pull the string all the way through. We're going to tie a knot at the bottom, okay? So pick a hole and start threading. Just going to pull it way through. And at the bottom, I'll have a knot to keep it from going all the way through. Now, this is up to you, this next part. Any which way you want to go to hunker this thing down. You can go 20 times or 30 times around. You can go 5 times around if you think that'll stick. I'm just going to hold all my moss together. It's pretty solid. It's pretty uniform. And I'm just going to wrap it once. You're going to be doing this with fishing wire, right? So keep that in mind. I'm going to wrap this once, and it'll pinch in there. See? It'll pinch in there, but your fishing line won't show through. And then I'm going to take my end and insert it into this hole over on this side. So we came up through that side, and then I'm going to go down into this hole on this side. And then from there on, it can just be random. You do want at least, you know, 1 or 2 when you come up to go up and over between the leaves of the plant. You want it to, you won't hurt the plant, especially with your fishing wire, to come up and in between some leaves. And when you go back down into the other side, make sure you pull it real tight. That way it'll stay. So I'll show you that now. When you pull through, especially the first time you go down into another hole, you want to center your plant real good and pull real tight, really tight into either this bottom one, this bottom hole, or the top hole. I feel like the top hole. So I had wrapped it around once. I'm going back into that top one, and I'm just gonna center my plant where I want it and pull tight. So that'll be my base. And now I'm just gonna keep weaving. I'm gonna come up through this one, and I'm gonna go around this way and go down into this one over here. Making sure to keep the string very tight, okay? Okay, so with the jute twine, I can only go in and out of the hole so many times, but with the fishing wire, you'll be able to go in and out of the holes many times. So I would come back up through this bottom one, cross over to the top, go back over to this side, cross over down to the bottom, just to make sure this guy is real snug. And then once he's done, I would tie these 2 strings together. Your finishing string off with your first string. Make sure they're really knotted really well so that they don't move. And then you can go ahead and mount your new Staghorn Fern, and it'll just sit right up on your wall, and when you're ready to water, you go ahead and take it down. It's just picture hanging hardware back there, and soak it for 20 minutes once a week, and maybe water it once a day. Mine looks all crazy because it's such thick wire, but you won't be able to see yours. So it doesn't matter how crazy you get with it, it'll look great. Sometimes it's fine, you know, if your needle comes up and it's in between some moss, like it doesn't all have to be right around the outside, just whatever holds it the firmest, that's what I would do. And then you're good to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can find me on Instagram at 4 on the Ranch. You can email me on Etsy. If you have any questions at all, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And I hope you love your new Staghorn Fern and mount. And be sure to tag me in any pictures you take of it. I love to see where these babies end up. So thank you for purchasing, and have a great day.